Hello dear students, welcome to second class of preprocessors. In the first class I taught you what are preprocessors. In the last class I taught you what are preprocessor. Preprocessor is a unique feature of C language. Preprocessors are the small programs that run before the main program starts. Advantages are all the preprocessors starts with hash sign. They do not end with semicolon. And advantages are easy to read, easy to modify, easy to portable the programs. That is what we studied in the last class. How many types of preprocessors are there? Macro substitution directives. 3 types: simple, argumented and nested. We studied in the last class. In today's class I teach you file inclusion and compiler control directives. This is what we studied in the last class. In today's class I teach you file inclusion directives. Inclusion means adding. Now while writing C program we add external files in our program hash include stdio.h. If you add this header file, you can access the functions inside this header file in your program. If you won't add, you cannot use it. This is one of the file inclusion preprocessor or directive. Hash include conio.h. If you add this header file, you are able to use get ch and clr scr. Otherwise you cannot in C++. And hash include p1.c. Okay, you are including the another C program in your program. This file is created by your friend. In that file user defined functions are there, you can use in your program. Hash include p2.c, or this program is created by you only. In that program you have written some user defined functions like fact and isPrime. You can use these functions in this file. Whenever you include other C files in your file, you are able to access the contents of that file. You can include the files in double quote or angle bracket. If you include the file in angle bracket, it will search for the file in include subdirectory available in TC. If you type the file name in double quote, it will search for that file in working directory. If we use double quotes to include external file, it will search for that file in working directory. Working directory will be usually bin. Bin is available in C drive. C drive is having TC folder, turbo C. In turbo C bin will be there. In turbo C include will be there. Most of the time working directory will be bin. p1.c is in bin, you can use it. p2.c is in bin folder, you can use it. But header files are there in include, that's why angle bracket. But I saved my p3.c in D drive myself folder. You can access by giving the entire path. How to include external files? There are 3 methods. You can give the file name in angle bracket, or you can give the file name in double quote, or you can give the entire path. If you give the file name to be added in angle bracket, it will search in which directory? Include subdirectory. If you type in double quote, it will search in working directory. If you give the full path, accordingly it will search and it will include the file. Then what are file inclusion directives? The file inclusion preprocessors helps us to include external files, header files or C files in our program by using hash include directive. Once we include that header file, we are able to access the functions inside that file or macros inside that file. Syntax: hash include in double quote file name, or hash include in angle bracket file name. Explain like this, give example, your task is over. Last one is compiler control directives. These helps us to write portable programs. Portable programs means the program written for one machine runs on other machine also. The program written for one machine runs on other machine. First see the example, which are called compiler control directives. Hash if define. What is the use of it? If the hash if define means if this test macro is already defined, then we undefine it. If started, if completed. In this example, compiler will check it whether test is already defined in this added file. If this is already defined there, it will undefine it. If started, if completed. These are examples for compiler control. If not defined, we have added external file define.h. Then machine will check whether test macro is available in that. Not available? If available, we use it. If not available, then it will define and we use it. Understood all of you? If not defined, we define and we use it. I hope you are getting. Okay. In these two examples, if defined, if not defined, and end if are examples for compiler control directives. Even one more is there is a elif also, else if, else, end if, elif, if not defined, end if defined. It will test whether macro is defined or not. If test completes, if not defined the macro, if condition starts, else part work starts, else if it will check another condition. All these are compiler control directives. See the good example. Now we are all having different mobiles. Person A is having Samsung mobile. Person B is having Nokia mobile. Person C is having which mobile? Samsung, Nokia, Oppo. Okay, which one? Oppo. All these are different hardware platforms will be there, but all apps runs on all hardware platforms. How? Because of compiler control directives. I give one simple example so that you can understand. Now hash if, it will check the machine whichever we are using is HCL. This is one of the symbolic constant defined by the machine manufacturers. Okay. Now it will check it whether this machine is HCL. If the machine whichever we are using or wherever this program is running, if that is HCL type, then HCL.h is given by the manufacturers of that hardware. Okay. Hash define file HCL.h. If machine is HCL, HCL.h will be assigned to file. If the machine is not HCL, then else if, whether the machine is Wipro. If the machine is Wipro, then Wipro.h will be assigned to it. Machine is not HCL, machine is not Wipro. Whether the machine is Dell type, then Dell.h will be assigned to file. End if. Before the main program starts, it is happening. Afterwards here our main program starts. Afterwards here main. Before the main starts, we have written this much of code. This is called as preprocessor. Now if the machine is HCL, HCL.h will be assigned. If it is Wipro, Wipro.h will be assigned. If it is Dell, Dell.h will be assigned. Then hash include file. Then which file is added? According to the machine type only header file is added. Accordingly you have used if conditions and you have written the program. That means this entire program works on HCL machine also, Wipro machine also, Dell machine also. Now we have given portability feature for our program. This is what we call portable programs. We are able to write portable programs by using compiler control directives. I hope you have understood. What are compiler control directives? The compiler control directives helps the programmers to define or undefine macros based on conditions, as well as helps us to write the programs those runs on different hardware platforms. This is the good example given by E. Balaguruswamy in that book. Thank you. This is the end of preprocessors. Now in today's class I completed the syllabus for you, but still I need to teach operators and precedence and associativity and typecast. I take one more class for you. Anyhow, this is the end of semester. Thank you so much for your cooperation. I hope you might have watched all my videos. I tried my level best to teach you all the topics so slowly so that you can understand. Please take the best utilization of all my lecture videos. Gain the knowledge. Study for knowledge, not for marks. Do well in examination. If you have any doubts, always you are welcome. Ask me questions through WhatsApp message or send the email or give the phone call, or you can come to the college also. At any time take the help of me. Tips to score more marks in V2 examination. I have written all these points. Please go through it, and you can subscribe my YouTube channel also. My YouTube channel name is Chidanand S. Kusur. Please send the feedbacks so that I can get some more inspiration to explain more interestingly. Thank you. Have a nice day. Take care. Good luck for annual examination.